Right, we've got our track plan and we're going to start building our model railway, but we're not going to get very far without something to put the track on. So let me show you how I build baseboards. Hello there, welcome back to Simon's Shed and hope you're all well. And yes, I'm very excited because we're at the start of a brand new layout build. So we're going to need some things to build those baseboards. Let's take a look. We're going to need a sheet of wood for the top. Now I'm going fairly textbook with this one. I'm using 9mm plywood and I've got a sheet that's cut to 1.8 by 0.9 meters, which is about 6 foot by 3 foot. That's the size I'm going for with this layout. We're going to build a frame underneath that, so we're going to need, I've used plain smooth timber and it's 18mm by 44mm, and I've got some 2.4 meter lengths of that, 4 lengths to do what you see in this video. We're going to need some wood screws. I just got these 3.5 by 25mm wood screws, some PVA glue. I've gone a bit fancy with the Gorilla Glue, only because it was on offer, so it was actually cheaper than the normal PVA. In terms of tools, a saw, a drill / screwdriver, and some clamps are going to be very useful too. Now you will see me getting a bit fancy with some of the things. I'm going to use my fancy saw that I bought a while ago and I've never really got many excuses to use, so it'd be a good chance to use that. I did buy some countersinking drill bits just to sort of level the screws off with the surface of the baseboard. I'll show you that. And you'll see me using a glue called Mitre Fast because I'm going to mitre the joints on the baseboard. Completely optional. It's probably a good time to say any of this, if you want to do it differently, don't let anyone tell you otherwise. I used MDF for the top of my first layout. Pretty much everyone will tell you not to do that, but yeah, it worked absolutely fine for me. I put a decent frame underneath and it was fine. So the point is, have fun, it's your layout, build it your way, but I am kind of going pretty much textbook with this one and just trying to improve anything I can on my previous attempts and just keep learning and keep making things better. So let's get everything set up and start making the frame. So let's cut the first piece of timber for the frame. We're just going to put a 45-degree angle on the end. I'll explain why in a moment. And yeah, this is going to be the frame that goes obviously underneath the sheet of ply to support it. So we've got a nice neat cut at the end. Now absolutely you can just butt the pieces of wood together like this, and that's what I've always done in the past and it works perfectly well, but it doesn't look quite as good as if you mitre the joints. So I've got 45-degree cuts on both pieces of wood and they just go together like that, and it gives me an excuse to use my saw, so I thought, why not? Now to glue those ends together, I've got some Mitre Fast, which is a 2-part glue and it's very, very strong. So you put the glue on one end and you spray the other. I'll show you that later, but for now let's put that first piece on top of the sheet so that we can mark where we need to make the next cut, and we can cut the other end off, making sure to get the mitre going in the right direction, and essentially repeated that all the way around the edge of the frame. So 4 pieces of wood, 2 for the sides and 2 for the ends. Chop the end off, measured and marked, and then chop the other end off. Gave the ends a quick sand just to tidy them up a little bit. Did a test fit on top of the board. Now you can see, not ideal, but we have got a little bit of a banana in the sheet of plywood. It's a little bit of a bow, but that will hopefully come out as we tighten the frame on. So we've got our clamp. Now nothing is fixed down here yet, so I'm just gluing the first end piece on. So a line of wood glue, PVA. Now to speed things up, I will admit that I used a couple of dabs of mitre glue on the frame and a couple of little sprays there, and that does grab really quickly, so it meant that I didn't have to wait as long for the PVA to dry before I moved on to the next bit. I did clamp it as well, so with that clamped at that end and the mitre fast at the other end, it was almost immediately ready to turn over, and I decided to screw the beam in. So that's my drill bit, which just has a little bit on the end there to countersink the screws. So with that all in place, drill a pilot hole, screw the screw in, and as you can see, it does work out really nicely. Nice flush screw head, and yeah, looking very neat so far. So I repeated that, drilled some more holes to secure that end piece in, and then mitered, joined the first mitre joint together, lined everything up, and once that grabs, it's not coming off. So really, you only get one chance, but it is good stuff. So carried along the length with the next bit, and just using an offcut there to get the sort of width of the wood behind, to make sure I sort of center these pilot holes. Carried on all along the edge there, and then obviously put the screws in to hold that in place, and in that manner I carried on right around the perimeter of the sheet to start making the frame, which looks something like that. Starting to come together now. It did still have a bit of a twist in it at this stage. I was a little bit worried, but we now move on to the pieces with square ends, which are going to go across to give it a bit more strength. And what I actually did was marked it on the front where I wanted it to go, mark the sides as well later, but drilled some pilot holes just in the plywood, so then I could obviously see from the back. I decided to screw it into the side as well, so put a couple of pilot holes in the frame at the side. Now don't forget, of course, to drill some holes in these cross pieces, because you're going to need to put wires through them. So handy to do that now before we forget. And the same as the frame around the edge, glue it. I could obviously see where to put it because of the holes that I drilled. I then went along the holes again, and I carried on with the other cross piece and added a few more bits as well, which I'll show you the underside in a moment. But there is the finished article. Glue's dry, and yeah, this is, I have to say, the best baseboard I've ever built. I'm really pleased with how it's turned out. All it took was 9 years on YouTube building model railways. I'm finally getting the hang of it, and we have the possibilities there before us of what can go on top of that in terms of a model railway. So underneath, thankfully, when I put the cross pieces in, it did all straighten up nicely, but I had some offcuts, so didn't want to waste those, and decided to give it a bit of extra strengthening. As you can see, these sort of pieces to strengthen it up, glued those in and screwed them from the top as well, and that's really stiffened it up nicely. The bits in the corners are again offcuts. I'm not sure they're really doing anything, they're more just for show, to be honest, but I thought they looked nice. So, stage 1 complete. We have a baseboard. I guess we need to order some track to put on there, but that's for the next episode. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button and click the bell to get notifications of when I do the next layout update. That will be coming along very soon. But for now, thanks very much for watching, and I'll see you soon.